going through life, you're gonna go through a lot of hard times and a lot of different times where it just kind of feels like you don't know what to do and you don't know where you're going, and maybe you don't know where you're headed, or you've been doing the same thing for just so damn long, and you feel like you're making no progress, and then you kind of start to get this feeling of the more things that you do, the worse life gets. And I'm trying to think of what the best way is to, the best words to put this into. But when you start to get into a rut, it just kind of seems like no matter what you do, everything just gets worse and worse and worse. And you wake up and it seems like life is getting harder. It seems harder to get out of bed in the morning. It seems harder to eat your food properly, eat proper macros and stick to your diet and stay in your calorie limit or whatever. Or if you're trying to bulk, it can be hard to, force yourself to keep eating. Maybe it's getting hard to do your morning routine, or whatever it may be. When you get stuck in a rut, you know things can kind of get difficult, and our mind and body and just everything works off feedback loops. And if you're when you get stuck in this cycle, or whatever you want to call it, rut, feedback loop, when you get stuck in this negative feedback loop, anything that happens starts to just always be negative no matter what. And it's like, like I said before, yeah, you wake up negative. You go to take a shower, you're thinking negatively. Try to go to the gym, you just don't want to do it. And then when you do go, you feel like shit. And then, after, you're like, God, like, why does everything just feel so shitty? And you have to break this cycle, and you really do have to break this loop, in order to actually be able to get through it, and to finally get back to the position where you were before. Because it might feel like you had for so long you were doing so good and you were making so much progress, and then all of a sudden it was just like something happened, and then now no matter what you do, it just it kind of it hurts your soul almost. It's like, I don't know. I don't know the words to put into this right now, but it's just almost like everything just hurts to do, and all you want to do is sit down and lay in bed and do nothing, because that's what feels best. And you want to either not eat at all, or you want to eat a bunch of shitty food and all this stuff. And the reason why is because you do these things, and then you do this thing that's not good for you, and then it makes you feel a little better, and then you get stuck in this feedback loop of, oh man, maybe this improvement, self-improvement stuff isn't just for me, and maybe I do just need to live this lazy lifestyle. But all that does is it spirals you're not going to conquer relaxation into the point where you win out of it. Like just sit and think about it for a second. It's like you're sitting there and relaxing to become the person you need to become. Like, okay, yes, you need to get your proper sleep, and you need to recover, and you need to, do things like that to grow, to reset, and all this other stuff. But when you're taking times to just relax and do nothing, when there are things to do, and just scroll on Instagram Reels, scroll on YouTube Shorts, you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your time. If you're gonna do that, you might as well try to take a nap or something so that you're at least benefiting yourself. Don't, put your phone to the side and just kind of lay there and even stare at the wall for a second or something. And kind of just at least clear your mind and let yourself reset. Don't be constantly distracting yourself, because it's not getting you anywhere. And then, like I said before, if you do constantly distract yourself, you're going to get into the negative feedback loop again. And the next thing you know, you start thinking, oh, yeah, maybe this is what I should be doing, and not going to the gym. And not doing whatever it is you need to be doing. But the only way to get into that positive feedback loop, into that loop where you're like, nope, this is the right thing. This is what I need to do. This feels good, is to just keep on doing it. And the more you do it, the more it's going to reinforce that it's the right thing to do. I still get those negative thoughts. I still think, oh, maybe I shouldn't go record a video right now. Maybe I should go do this and do that. And maybe I can go to the gym later, or maybe I'll meal prep later, or I'll meal prep tomorrow, whatever it is. I still get those thoughts, but I know from putting in the work that if I push things off, it's not going to work out. And if I do them, I know from past experiences that everything's just going to work out in my favor, and it's going to be a lot better. But if I was to just keep on allowing myself to do nothing and to kind of waste my life away, then I would get stuck in that negative feedback loop. But I've had so many positive reinforcements that even when my mind is going negative, I know there's a light to the other side of the tunnel. And I know I just have to figure out how to get there. But if you feel like you don't know how to get there, just take the first step. Write down your problems. List out, what they are. And list out what you're going to do to fix the problems. Are you too big? Do you need to lose weight? Are you too small and you want to gain muscle? List out what the problems are. List out what you're going to do. You're going to go to the gym tomorrow. You're going to go to the gym today if it's not, 3 a.m. when you're watching the video or whatever. There's so many different things you can do in order to make this work. And it's really not as difficult as it seems. And I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it and be like, oh, it's super easy. It's just, I just scratch my head, and then next thing you know, everything's wonderful. Like, no, there is a lot of work you really do have to put in to make this work. And there's a lot of, it is difficult, but it feels right. And it feels good to know that you're doing this work. And it feels good to know that you're pushing yourself each and every single day. And in pushing yourself, the fire and drive that you get inside from doing that is so much better than any feeling of relaxing and scrolling away your life. Pushing yourself towards something and doing something, making something of something. It's a different kind of feeling that, you can't always put the best words to it, but you just have to take that first step. And you got to get yourself in a positive feedback loop and get yourself out of this negative feedback loop. And if you don't know what to do, at least identify that you're in a negative feedback loop. And if you can at least identify it and identify what the things are that are causing that negative feedback loop, and just write them down every day. And look at them. And every single day think, okay, what could I change that will change this? What habits can I delete out of my life that are going to make this better? And then that's going to open up more opportunity to be able to put in good habits. And next thing you'll know, you've really changed a lot.